First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello and welcome back to Fox 12 Now. I am Greg Nibbler. As always, appreciate you joining us. I know I say that every time, and I also say I mean it every time, because I do. So thanks for being here with us. Of course, if you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, you can join in the conversation. But if you're watching on our apps and the website, that is also great places to watch. But it is Thursday at 1:30 p.m., which means if you watch this show a lot, you know what time it is. It is time for Eric G. from Around the House Northwest to join us, to share some knowledge, to talk about some things, and also to give us a preview of what's coming up on this week's episode. Eric, how you doing?
Good, brother. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. I forgot this is our first one in the new year. So 2024,
I know it.
which I guess that makes sense why that is the topic that we have right there for today. So home design trends for 2024, what people should be looking out for, what they should be doing. Why don't you kick us off with this here?
You know, it's funny. Design trends change so often now. You know, you think about it and you look back in history, the 70s had a style, the 80s had a style, the 50s had a style. And now because of how things have changed and how we consume media and everything else, every couple of years there's a new style right now. So we don't see these 10-year swings. We're seeing maybe 3 or 4-year swings. So the stuff that you saw on HGTV 2 years ago, that's way behind us now.
Man, yes, you got to really keep up with that, with it changing that fast.
And it's changing. I mean, it is changing fast. And, the Chip and Joanna Gaines look, and nothing against Chip and Joanna, but that's behind us now. So there's these all new styles, and there's a lot of lifestyle things that have changed as well.
So what are some of the things that people should be paying attention to then if they start redesigning and doing some new things for 2024?
You know, it's depending on the room, for instance. Let's start out with the kitchen. The kitchen, there are these new trends right now, and it's called kitchens, like kitschy kitchens. And we're starting to see those bright 50s and 60s colors that we saw, all the bright colors of that, the new versions of avocado greens, but they're putting it with a Barbie pink wall and all this stuff. So we've got this eclectic, bright, pretty wild color that is now coming out in 2024. So that is one style that's hot. And on the exact opposite style, we're seeing this new Western Gothic, which is this dark, moody, mixed up with kind of Western themed stuff that it's kind of like Western and our Gothic of the 90s pushed together. So we're seeing this complete two different trends kind of starting out in the same style and quite frankly in the same room.
Weird. That's interesting. I mean, I guess I can probably figure which side I would go with on that one for myself personally, but these are important things to learn about. So Western Gothic and then this pink and avocado, all these
kind of a pastel explosion, shall we say, sometimes in a space. And there's lots of textures too. So there could be like a blue fridge and a turquoise and white backsplash. And so there's these all crazy new things coming out right now. And no matter what, though, color is big for 2024.
So color is going to be a huge thing. So lots of color, as you said, a pastel explosion. So something to be aware of there if you're doing some redesigning, some painting. What else do people know about?
You know, bathrooms have really changed over the last 4 or 5 years because one, we're introducing technology. Two, we're adding things back into it. Health and wellness, after what happened behind us in 2020 here in 2021 has been something that in a spa experience has been huge. And so finally the bathroom, which really hasn't changed much in the last 60 years, is really getting an upgrade with new technology, new health and wellness, and a spa-like experience. And that's been huge, and it's getting bigger and bigger every year.
And I love the advent of different kinds of technology and different ways that can change things up as well. So that's definitely an interesting one as far as how that specific type of thing has changed.
Well, it's interesting, and you and I talked about this earlier. I had, and this is kind of interesting. Bidet toilet seats are one of those things that has been really huge coming out. And I had Mario Lopez on my radio show this last week, and we got to talk about it because this is something that is happening across generational. You're seeing younger people doing it, and then people that are older that are wanting to stay in their homes and not go into assisted care, that don't have to have help in the bathroom. it's helping across all generations. And that's one of the biggest things. It used to be hard to find one in the US, and now you can find them on the shelf at Costco.
Yeah, and mentioning that, just to go back there, Mario Lopez on your radio show, and I don't know if you want to play any of this or not, or
Yeah,
maybe I just kind of give it away there.
Let's do it.
You want to play a little bit?
It's
Okay,
funny.
this is awesome, and then I want to find out how this all came about and how this happened. But here it is. We've got a little bit of Eric and Mario Lopez.
I don't go buy expensive jewelry or cars or clothes for that matter. I don't go take like these crazy lavish vacations. I'm pretty conservative with my stuff and try to save for a rainy day kind of guy. But I figure, 50 is a big one, and I wanted to treat myself to something. So I saw a South Park episode. True story.
I've seen that one.
You seen that one where they get
the Japanese toilet? Oh yeah.
The Japanese toilet. I forget whose dad was it. Was it not Kenny's dad? Who was it? One of their dads. They get a Japanese toilet, and I'm like, damn, does that really exist? And it was like he wanted to have parties and serve everyone Indian food and have people come blow it up at his house with this incredible toilet. And it got me so intrigued. I'm like, does that exist? So I went down a rabbit hole and started Googling it. And I'm like, damn, they do exist. That's awesome. And they're expensive, but they seem like a solid investment because you obviously spend time in there, and I didn't realize it can do so many cool things. And the South Park episode wasn't too far off, so I said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna treat myself for my 50th birthday.
Nice, man. And it's so funny, right? I mean, a South Park episode changed his whole plan for the bathroom, and he put in a Toto bidet toilet in there, their NX2, which is, of course, top of the line. That is the
right.
As he says in the interview, that's the Bentley of all toilets. And quite frankly, you don't have to go out and spend that much money to get something really cool. I've been using Toto for 20 years as my preferred brand in my design career. So I've worked with these guys forever. And you can go spend $300 or $400, or you can go spend as much as you want to, but you could still have that affordable luxury.
Okay, and absolutely, I have to ask for something though here for a behind the scenes exclusive, and you don't have to do it, but how does the confluence of Eric G and Around the House Northwest, Mario Lopez, and bidets come together? Like that just happened right there. Like, where's the Venn diagram of that?
Yeah, the diagram on that, in full disclosure, is I've got friends over at Toto, and they had worked with him on his bathroom project, and they said, hey, would you like to talk to him? And I said, absolutely, I would. And like I said, I've worked with those guys for years. A lot of people don't know the brand, but they actually make more toilets than American Standard and Kohler combined. The only reason a lot of people don't know about them is that you don't see them in the home improvement stores that much.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Well, either way, I cannot wait to see that entire thing, listen to that entire thing. So we've got that. What else for design trends should we know?
Yeah, if anybody wants to see it, it's just over on my website, which is the Around the House online, if they want to see that whole thing. But design trends in the bathroom, you're seeing steam showers. That's a huge one right there.
Really?
As far as that. Steam showers, that health and wellness with the aromatherapy, the aromatherapy. And here's a shocker right now. We spent 20 years taking bathtubs out of bathrooms. They're back, baby.
Bathtubs are back.
Yep. Bathtubs are back. People are realizing that, hey, it's nice to stand in the shower, but maybe they don't want to go out and hit the hot tub when it's 35 degrees and raining outside. Maybe they just want to get in the tub real quick and have something cool. And we talk about that actually in this weekend show, that some people now are even turning their bathtubs into cold plunge. It's another way to do it without going out and spend $20,000 on a cold plunge pool. That's
true. Yeah, just use it for actually what a bathtub was designed for, different purposes with water in it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's it. So that's good. When bathtubs are back. Anything else that you want to talk about, or should we move to a preview?
Again, health and wellness is big. So you're seeing people spending more time figuring about range hoods and getting all those smells and stuff out of the kitchen, to ventilation. I mean, nowadays with bath fans and stuff and the new technology you see out there, you don't have to worry about the steamed up mirror in the bathroom anymore if you've got the right bath fan in there. So you're seeing a lot of different trends as far as that goes that are just related to health and wellness.
That's great. So health and wellness, colors, and tech in the bathroom. Those are all big ones, and bringing your bathtub back. So lots of things right there to learn about, to think about there if you're going to be doing any redesigns. Let's talk about Around the House Northwest for this week.
Yeah, we decided to start out the show with a brand new product on the market. It's a composite siding that looks like a board and batten look, but it looks just like white oak. So it looks just like it's oak, but no maintenance. So instead of putting oak out there and going, oh man, it's going to get beat up in our weather, you could put it on the front of your house, the back of the house, or like mine, and I wrap my outdoor kitchen with it. And I can literally get the hose or pressure washer out and clean it off and not have to worry about ever staining it or having to do any maintenance on other than just some soap and water.
That's sounds amazing. Yeah, that sounds great rather than have to deal with all that. So
And it's an easy install too. So it's something you can do with some basic tools and basically a screw gun and a saw, and off you go. And it's a really easy way to do it.
very cool. All right, so we've got that. So talking about some siding, and I know there's always so many different segments, so I don't want to give away all of them.
But we go out and revisit Golden West Billiards. That is a company here that makes custom pool tables all around the world. We've got that one in there. And then we start talking to some experts. I have a guy on that is a public, Andy, who's a public adjuster. So what he does is, let's say you had a massive fire or a flood or some kind of a claim on your homeowner's insurance. He comes in and represents you with your insurance company to make sure that you get that project started and finished and what you're paying for in your insurance. So he kind of helps represent you and bridge that gap between the insurance company and the homeowner. And he's got some great tips on what to do in case you have a claim.
Something that everybody should really learn about if you have a home, because you never know. So that's a excellent something to learn about there. Anything else that you want to share, or we saving it for the episode?
Yeah, I've got a bunch of pro tips as well. We have a good time out there. I talk about, it's that time of year outside where that green moss gunk is growing on everything. If you've walked out on your back wooden deck or even some of the composites, it's starting to get that slime on it, right? Where it's like, okay, this is going to get slippery and it's just going to get worse. So we talk about how to clean a wood or a composite deck without damaging it.
Good things to know. All right there. Anything else, or should we just tell people when and where they can go watch it?
I don't want to give the whole show away today, so we'll just leave it at that. But we've got a lot of great stuff on there. And of course, tomorrow, if you missed last week's show, which was jam-packed full, you can catch it tomorrow at 8 a.m. on Fox 12 Plus. Brand new show we were just talking about Saturday morning, 10 a.m. on Fox 12 Plus. And then it'll re-air at 6 o'clock on Sunday. And then again, back over there on Fox 12 Plus on Friday.
And lots of clips too on the Fox 12 Oregon YouTube channel. You can go through and watch those hundreds of clips and segments that are on there, and plus all of the segments here for Fox 12 Now as well. So lots of places to go catch it. And Eric, as always, good to have you on here. Thanks for being here in the new year. And I have learned a lot, and I am definitely going to be going to watch that full Mario Lopez interview too.
Oh man, it's so funny. And it's just, it's so funny how those things come together. And he was such a gentleman, such a rock star. And he even talked about a new game show he's got coming out. So there's a little bit of a quick talk about that at the very end. So that guy's on TV everywhere, and he doesn't age. I don't know how he does it.
No, I don't know either. Yeah, he said he was 50. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't
just turned 50, and he looks like AC Slater still. So I don't know what he does.
Still, yeah, I don't know. It's weird, but he does seem like a really cool guy. So awesome.
He was super nice.
Well, thanks, Eric. Good to talk to you, and we'll talk to you next week.
See you next week, brother.
All right. And for everybody watching, thank you for joining us. I do want to let you know this. So we've got a little bit more that we're going to be doing over on the apps and the website for Fox 12 Now. That's a great place to catch all of the stuff that we do. So we've got some more videos we're going to be playing over there. And at 2 p.m., I'm going to be joined by investigative reporter Ezra Kaplan to do a deeper dive on one of the stories he's covering. And that has to do with an in-custody death that happened in Milwaukee, Oregon. So it's going to be switching gears a little bit, but Ezra will be here to give all the behind-the-scenes details of that, as far as things that maybe didn't get shared on the other newscasts, and it's a chance for you to ask questions as well. So that's at 2 p.m. In the meantime, I'll be over on the apps and the website, so join me right there. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.